maybe they can learn from the previous generation, like we have learned from previous generation. One is, the persistence, being persistence in one area, because the purpose cannot be shifting every 6 months, every 1 year. So that persistence is something that, organizations like HG, 30 years, each of these have become experts in the field because they have been working on one or two areas for 20, 30 years together. So I think that is one thing. And I often have people, working on something else, and they come and say that I want to work in climate. And I said, what work you have done in the past? And they said, I've done one waste management project. I've learned enough. Now I want to work in climate. So that is something that I think needs to change a little bit. Second is the personal resilience. And Professor Bhumik was talking about this, that they cannot deal with heartbreak, they cannot deal with negative feedback. Okay, and I think that is something, the personal resilience, and also failure. It is very important to, deal with failure and, make that a platform for success, and not to get bogged down for failure. And this is something that they probably need to learn from previous generation. Even our previous generation used to do it much better, I feel. So this personal resilience is very important to learn. And thirdly, yeah, everyone talked about entrepreneurship skills, extremely important. Financial, understanding life skills in general, very important. There are a lot of avenues to do that. Also, I think as we, like in the corporate sector also, one thing is important is to get this wider perspective, learn to connect the dots, learn to understand the bigger picture. Therefore, it's not enough to just be, a specialist and work in your field and have a siloed vision. So that is something that probably going forward, is kind of an advice I'll give the youngsters of the day. But other than that, I think it's a fabulous time for India to not just we have the young dividend. We are also in a stage where we are looking to even the country is looking to make in India and sell in India, and also even every state is looking to create jobs and livelihoods for people of that state. West Bengal is, we cannot allow any more brain drain, and therefore a lot of avenues are being created, a lot of entrepreneurship, a lot of startup innovation, a lot of innovators are kind of coming up in a big way, and I think the state is also supporting them. And I think it's a great place to kind of reap the dividend of the youngsters in our stage. I think we just need to encourage them, work with them, and also learn from them in certain cases. So yeah, I will end it here.
Thank you very much. I agree, provided we understand their language. My son, who is 26 years, says that he does not understand the KMC language. Think about me at 65. Thank you all very much. We have had a great interaction, really. Thank you, panelists, insightful voices. Before we close, I just have one thought that it would be great to get the insight behind the structure of insightful voices from the host organization. So may I request Dr. Chandray Das to give us the insight behind the insight that we had.
We have had so much of insight from everyone. I don't think I need to add anything.
You of course need to come up and.
I can.
Yes. So, although, this site is the insightful voices, but that site was equally insightful. When we were designing the program, we were kind of designing in a way that they are the, section who groom the youth. And this side is the section who can be critical about it and say that, yeah, you are doing it, but I think you can do it this way. So that was the basic idea of having a very, I thought it was quite, we haven't come across such a program where, panels are supported by an insightful voice. So, everyone had their own insights and very, very relevant. I won't repeat, but I could pick up one from each and take it forward. From here and from here. So the next question is, how do we do it? We do not wish to confine, the entire, insights to this panel discussion. We need to do it. We need to kind of, thrash out. I would start a network of 9 of us, 10th being inspiration. And Bhagavanta, he was our kind of guiding force.
Can I get the mic?
Yes. So we, Bhagavanta, 1 second, let us start it and let us do something. I know government has its perspectives, every organization, they have their perspective. They are doing excellent work, but again, SDG 17. There is where we stand, and we need to do it. We do not want to keep it to discussions. Please come up with any small thing out of today's discussion and let's take it forward, and that would be the success of this 30 years program. Just not lectures. And insights are definitely important. We'll bring out the proceeding and everything, but let's get to inclusive development in action. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Raj. Thanks for your inspiring words from inspiration. And closing, Professor S.B. Roy.
Thank you very much. Can you hear?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Once again, inspired through inspiration to tell about the youth. The first inspiration to me during opening remark in the opening session, it was mentioned defining who is the youth. It's not the age, it is spirit. So I joined youth. My 82 youth. I was reflecting when it started from Professor Francis, the movement of students taking from one place, village, story, college, reaching over there. They were youth, no? Not old men. And we also heard from Ma'am Paramita, whole day they're on the screen. They don't know what is made up of fruit. Look at these two. There are many. I'm just taking these two cases. What happens when there is a change and there is no change? Chandra's question was how to change. I'll ask 1 or 2 questions which I often use for my training. Informing students or anyone do this. ये उनके भले के लिए होगा तो सुनेंगे, राइट? अगर उनके फायदे का होगा तो सुनेंगे, उनका नुकसान होता होगा तो और सावधान हो जाएंगे, राइट? One information on the pack of cigarette, smoking is injurious to health. Informed. उनका नुकसान होगा. Will they change? Why? Inform. Awareness. स्क्रीन मत देखो, किताब पढ़ो, बंद करो, सो जाओ. Why? गवर्नमेंट ऑर्डर, हेलमेट पहन के निकलना है. जिस दिन से ऑर्डर निकला सब हेलमेट पहनना शुरू कर दिए. It's good for them, their own injury. हेल्थ से बढ़ के और क्या हो सकता है? फिर भी नहीं हेलमेट पहनते. So it's an issue of social norm and social change. And I'll give you another example. I think many of those who are Hindus during marriage, अग्नि के कितने फेरे लगाने पड़ते हैं? How many? 7. Policy, any government order, any act? 9 बार लगा तो और पक्का हो जाएगा, 6 बार में हो जाएगा तो कट जाएगा, नहीं ना? Why? एक छोटा बच्चा भी होगा, अगर 6 फेरे करके दूल्हा बने, नहीं, अभी 7 नहीं हुआ है. Who will remind? Even a child will remind. Less educated Pandit pronounce mantra and Professor PhD listen to पंडित जी, हाँ भाई ये करना है, अब सुपारी लीजिए, अब पान ऐसे कीजिए. They follow it. Why? Because it is social norm. It is social norm. मंदिर में घुसने के समय कोई जूता खोलना नहीं भूलेगा. There is no inspector. किसने जूता पहन के गया? It is social norm. Social norm and religion comes from the heart. And we are talking about the mind. Mind has got options. क्या कर लेंगे? Heart नहीं, वो बुरा मान जाएंगे. So understanding heart, social change, social behavior, if we could follow, the younger generation will follow. So the fault lies in our who are not following the social norm. This is what I want to say. Social norm and social issues.
Thank you, Professor Roy, for your insight. You have always been a guiding light to all of us. I think we'll close the panel now. We are already over 18 minutes. So, Madam is also waiting. So thank you all very much, all panelists, insightful voices, Dr. Das, Professor Roy, and I hope we'll be able to translate at least 1% of what we have discussed into an action, and we look forward to that. Thank you very much.
May I invite Dr. Rupali Dey, Vice President Hijri Inspiration, to present the vote of thanks. Dr. Rupali Dey. Good evening. It's my proud privilege today to offer the vote of thanks on behalf of Hijri Inspiration to everyone who contributed to making our 30th Foundation Day a meaningful and memorable occasion. At the outset, we thank Professor S.D. Roy, Mr. Aminesh Bhattacharya, Mr. Ravi Chaudhary, and Ms. Suchrita Bodhar for taking time off and joining us. We are deeply grateful to our keynote speaker, Professor Parthapratim Chakraborty, former director IIT Kharagpur, for his insightful and thought-provoking address. We sincerely thank our moderator, Professor Parthapratim Das, for guiding the discussion with clarity, balance, and sensitivity, and for ensuring a meaningful and engaging exchange of ideas throughout the session. We extend our warm appreciation to our panelists, Mr. Manoj Joshi, entrepreneur and chartered accountant, for sharing his practitioner-led insights. Professor Sheryl Francis, Director Social Work and NSS St. Xavier's College, Kolkata, for grounding the discussion, decades of experience with leadership. Professor Obiti Puri, Senior Vice President CDC, Skill and Consultancy Group Outreach, and Director Alumni Relation, Agnos University, for offering valuable perspectives on today's discussion. Dr. Paramita Bhowmik, Associate Professor, Department of Information Technology, Jadavpur University, for bringing a strong academic and research lens to discussions on technology and societal relevance. Dr. Oshmita Dev, Associate Dean, Academic Affairs and Head Department of Mathematics, Techno India University, West Bengal, for highlighting the significance of inclusive learning spaces. We also thank our insightful voices whose reflections add depth and cross-sectoral richness to the program. Mrs. Ananda Bhattacharya, co-founder and director, Banglanatu.com, Ms. Ankita Dey, lead climate resilience and sustainability advisor in PwC, Dr. Mo Sheikh, joint director, Department of MSME and Textiles, Government of West Bengal, Mr. Shoravishwar Sen, founder mentor, Catalyst Learning Services, for bringing mentorship-driven perspective on social sector careers. We sincerely thank the Rotary Club of Calcutta for their collaboration and for the seamless arrangement at Rotary Southern, our venue for today's program, as well as for their continuous support through the event. We also acknowledge and thank the camera person and documentation team. Our heartfelt appreciation goes to the Hijli Inspiration team of volunteers, support staff, whose dedication made the program possible. Finally, we thank each one of you, the students and the audience, for your presence and encouragement to take our journey forward. Thank you all. Thank you, Dr. Rupali Dey. We now move to the cultural program, a celebration of art, expression, and social commitment. May I invite Shormila to kindly introduce Ms. Alakananda Roy, renowned dancer and social reformer. And may I request Dr. Rolla Guhonyogi, Professor Bashanti Devi College, to kindly join us on stage for the felicitation. Can I request Dr. Damayanti Mukhopadhyay to please come up on stage to felicitate Ms. Alakananda Roy, renowned dancer and social reformer. Ms. Roy, invite you on stage, please.
হ্যাঁ কেন
I believe this one lady on stage needs no introduction. Ms. Alakananda Roy is a renowned Indian classical dancer and choreographer, celebrated for her excellence in Odissi dance and her deep engagement with Indian aesthetics. Based in Kolkata, she is the founder-director of Sanjog, through which she has trained generations of dancers and created powerful choreographic works that blend classical tradition with contemporary relevance. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
Thank you so much. Firstly, I would like to congratulate Hijli Inspiration for the tremendous work that you all have been doing. And yes, I'm also 75 years old, but I feel I'm very, very young because I'm always with the youth. My work is usually with young people, and I feel they energize me. Being with the youth is something that has kept me alive. What I want to say is it's about cultural activities. I think any kind of cultural activity, not just dance, it could be music, it could be painting, it could be reciting, it could be anything to do with creative art that actually helps you mentally and physically when it comes to dance. You know, we are born with rhythm in us, the heartbeat. So, any kind of rhythm. I must share this with you. I remember performing for the honorable judges of the Supreme Court and the High Court, where my prison boys, they performed for them. And all of them sitting in front, I was observing, they kept tapping their feet. Although they had a grave expression, they have to maintain that, I suppose. But they were tapping their feet and keeping time, which means it also acts on them. They're human beings too, right? And at the end of the program, the honorable judges of Supreme Court and High Court gave a standing ovation to the inmates of correctional homes who are termed as prisoners. So what I will talk later. There is a documentary. I mean, if it's not too late, can we? Of course. All right.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
এদিকে একটু সাউন্ডটা দিতে হবে
No, it's okay.
শর্মিলা দেখি
You can see this, that what
বলো ল্যাপটপে
art
সাউন্ড দিতে
can
ল্যাপটপে
do
সাউন্ড দিতে
combined with genuine, I wouldn't call it compassion. It started with maybe compassion, but gradually it became love. So, what love and dance or any cultural activity can do to people, to a human mind, is what we will see. Can we switch off this light? This stage light. The sound a little একটু বাড়াতে হবে.
When a child is born, he or she is like a fresh flower. No child is born a criminal or an offender. Things happen for various reasons. Who are we to judge? Because we have not been in that situation. I have been through a journey with such people, and all I did was treat them like a human being and not an untouchable. The rest is history.
Especially, I'm a woman walking into a man's world. কম ওখানে আমি তো কখনো কিছু প্ল্যান করে দিই লাইফে, কোনো কিছুই না। কারণ আমার অনেস্টলি স্পিকিং, আমার কখনো কিছু আমার অ্যাচিভ করতে হবে সেই জিনিসটাই ছিল না। যখন যেটা মন বলেছে সেটাই করেছি। দিস ওয়াজ ওয়ান সাচ। গিয়েছিলাম অ্যাজ এ গেস্ট জেলের ভিতরে, এখন যেটা সংশোধনাগার, কিন্তু সেটা যে আমাকেও সংশোধন করে দেবে আর জেলের ভিতরে যে আমার মুক্তি হবে সেটা তো আমি কোনোদিনও ভাবিনি। আমার অনেক জীবনের আপস এন্ড ডাউনসে আমার নাচলেই মনটা ভালো লাগে। তো আমি সেটাই ওদের শেয়ার করতে গিয়ে তখন ইনভলভড ইন সামথিং ক্রিয়েটিভ। কিন্তু অন্য সময়গুলো আর ডিপ্রেসিভ। You cannot be happy in a jail. Nobody wants to stay there. But যদি ওই এনভায়রনমেন্টে if they can do something like this, it is only because they have used the energy.
It was on the International Women's Day, and I was invited as a guest. The girls wanted to learn dance, and I readily agreed because I love challenges, because I didn't know what it was like to be with these people who are shunned by the society. When I was coming out, I noticed the boys, and I really felt sorry for their mothers, being a mother myself. I felt any one of them could have been my child, and I wanted to teach them too. জেল জায়গাটা তো সবার কাছে একটা ম্যাটার অফ কিউরিওসিটি। ইটস এ ভেরি ইন্ট্রিগিং প্লেস, ভেরি ডিফারেন্ট ফ্রম দ্য আউটসাইড ওয়ার্ল্ড। তাই জন্য আমি যখন প্রথম গিয়েছিলাম, আমার কাছে ওটা ওরকমই লাগতো। আমি আমি ভাবিনি যে আমি এভাবে ইমোশনালি ইনভলভ হয়ে যাব, এতটা হব। আই ইনস্টিংক্টিভলি আমি মিস্টার শর্মাকে বলেছিলাম যে ক্যান আই অলসো টিচ দ্য বয়েজ। উনি অবাক হয়েছিলেন, কারণ সবাই ভয় পায় ভিতরে যেতে বা ওদের সঙ্গে ইন্টারাক্ট করতে। অনেকেই যায় আউট অফ কিউরিওসিটি, কিন্তু আগ বাড়িয়ে ওদের। আর নাচটা এমন একটা জিনিস যেটা তো কেউ ভাববে না যে জেলের ভিতর। But I have to admit that Mr. Sharma was a great support. যদি এনার্জিটি নিয়ে জন্মাই আমরা, অনেক সময় নেগেটিভ দিকে আমাদের চলে যায়, and we allow it to go. So energy was not only the physical energy, which actually I started with. আমি যখন দেখলাম আমাদের একটা raw energy আছে, যেটা can be used, I didn't realize that আমাদের কি, আমরা যখন নাচি, I know it affects our body and mind and soul, কিন্তু ওটা তো কনসিয়াসলি ভাবি না, ওটা হয়ে যায়। কিন্তু ওদের করাতে গিয়ে I realized that why we feel good when we dance.
জানি আমরা দুর্বল, তবু তারই মাঝে ডাকি তোকে। এই মায়া এত অবিদ্যার মধ্যে তুলে নিতে, এই আমাদের সাধনা। নিষ্ঠুর হাতে এই পাষাণের বুকে বইয়ে দাও স্নেহের নির্ঝর নিধার।
Although the girls were very excited, the boys were not. They thought dancing was being feminine. And I did think that they would feel this way. So I started with martial dance, and I told them that it was like karate, kung fu. So probably they could relate to that. Started with martial dance, and then the vibrant folk dances of India. And they started enjoying it because the rhythm they had lost in life was coming back in their body, their mind, their soul, their thoughts. And not only the boys who first came in, others started joining in. And I had a team of 60 boys and 10 girls. While we were rehearsing for these dances, the folk dances, the martial dances, they started making the props, the costumes, which they never thought they could. So all the latent talents which were lying submerged were surfacing. All their artistic talents were coming out. They didn't even know that they had an artist in them. যা কিছু বলবার হয় অনেক সময় একটা চিরকুটে লিখে দেয়। চিরকুটে আমাকে লিখেছে যে আমার মার কথা অত মনে পড়ে না, কিন্তু এখন যখন চোখ বন্ধ করে কখনো মার কথা ভাবি, তোমার মুখটা ভেসে ওঠে। I was so touched. আমি কিছুই করিনি, that just that little bit made such a difference to me. As they were changing their attitude, their body language, I thought of doing Valmiki Pratibha, because it was their story, the transformation of a dacoit into a sage. And I found all my Valmikis there, and it has created history.
মনো আমার কি ভাবে যে কিছুই বুঝতে যে পারি নে
আমরা কে দোষ নাম করেছি জীবনে, ছোট বড়, কত অনেক বড় বড় দোষীরা বাইরে ঘুরে বেড়াচ্ছে, তাদের দিকে কিন্তু লোকে আঙুল দেখায় না। The moment you walk into the jail, ওখানেই একটা স্ট্যাম্প পড়ে যায়, and you have to live with that stigma. When someone dies in the family of one of them, we all sit around and pray for the departed soul. We don't even know who they are, but they're all brothers, sisters, and they're my children. So we all sit together and pray. They have also learned to share the sorrows of others. It's all a bonding, a brotherhood beyond boundaries. Never, ever, anywhere in the world, as far as I know, I may be wrong, do prisoners go out of the prison, perform all over the country, and they come back to the jail. Nobody has ever even imagined to escape, although they had every opportunity to do so. And gradually with time, there was a peculiar bonding when I started becoming a mother figure to them. And they called me Ma, a mother. It was such a beautiful feeling because there was so much innocence, so much love, so much sincerity in that bonding, that connection that we had. And gradually, they became a part of my life. I realized why. এটা ওরাও আমাকে বলেছে আগে, যে আমাদের কিন্তু গায়ে হাত দেয় না কেউ কখনো। আমি তো ভালো করলে আদর করে দিই, ইয়ে করলে চুল ধরে মেরে ঠাস ঠাস দুটো পিঠে লাগিয়ে দিই, ওখানে এত কেউ নেই পিঠে ধরে একটা ঝড় ঝড় খাইনি আমার। But you know, they love it. But they always said, Ma, you do what you want, because all mothers scold, all mothers beat, all mothers love, but don't leave us. Be with us always, all our life.
নিজের অজান্তেই কখন তাকে মা বলে বসেছি। আমি যেখানেই শুই বা যেখানেই খাই, চারটে লোক এসে পাশে বসে, চারটে লোক পাশে এসে শোয়, কিন্তু আগে তো এই জিনিসটা ছিল না। তো এটা তো আমার জন্য না, এটা টোটালটা আমার তো ক্রেডিট না, যদি ক্রেডিট দিতে টোটালটা আমার মিষ্টি মনে দেওয়া।
You see, all I did was channelize their energy, the unused youthful energy that they had, in a positive way. And it worked. They were doing so well that I thought, why don't we have a little performance within the walls of the jail, because I never ever imagined, we never imagined they will go and conquer the whole country. Within the jail, there are boys and girls from different religious backgrounds. After doing Valmiki Pratibha, and when they all actually became brothers, there was no barrier, no religious barrier. Each one was celebrating the other's festivals together. Since we started this journey, many boys and girls have been released, and they're all in touch with me. There are farmer boys, যেমন জন্য কলমি শাক নিয়ে আসে, নতুন আলু চাষ করছে, হলে নিয়ে আসবে, and believe me, they're all well settled in their own way, because not all of them come from very privileged background, but they're all settled happily with their families. Sometimes they call me when they get a new job. Sometimes they call me, even send a train ticket when they get married. They'll call me when they have a child. I have a very happy family all around me, and I'm a proud mother of hundreds of children. When you have children, you also have grandchildren. There are so many children who live with their mothers in the jail because they have nowhere to go, nobody to take care of them at home. Such children live like prisoners as well.
I am Riju. I live at the Women's Correctional Home with my aunties. My mind drifts to the world beyond the iron gate, but I cannot go on. Do other children like me also remain confined? I pass my time with my aunties. I can read and I can recite. It's the same routine every day.
It is so unfortunate. I feel like a criminal myself. That aren't we crushing their childhood? Aren't we killing their growth, normal growth of a child? They call me grandmother, Didun. I felt it was my responsibility to at least try and give them some kind of a normal childhood where they will go to school in uniform. They will have proper classes, extracurricular activities. They will see cartoons. They will have a library. They will have toys and a playground to play around like any other normal child. Is it too much to ask for from a child who has not sinned to have a normal childhood? That's how Heartprint was born. First, it was like a boarding where I had brought some of them whose parents were in jail. Now some of them go to Don Bosco, Murshidabad, in one of the districts of West Bengal, in an English medium school, and the others who live with their mothers till age 6, they have a little Montessori, which is called Heartbeat. Their mothers have their fingerprints there. My little grandchildren will leave their heartbeat behind when they go to a better place, a better school after age 6. That is also our responsibility, that they go to a place where they can adjust themselves like any other child outside. And finally, we got the permission to take these children out to schools outside where they study with the other children of the society. And not only that, we even took them to the zoo. This was the first time that they're going out to schools, and it was a historical moment for all of us, my grandchildren, the teachers, and me. I was fortunate to be invited by Kurt Toftland for the World Conference on Shakespeare in Prison in San Diego, USA, in March 2018. My work was greeted with a standing ovation, and I was invited to the Los Angeles prison. The inmates danced with me, and I became Mama Roy to them. Dance liberated them from within. It was a calling from the Divine Mother of Pondicherry for me to go and work with the prisoners of Pondicherry prison. The language was a barrier, but it wasn't, because dance and love has a language of its own, which can break all barriers. And they performed beautifully, and I became Amma to them. Some of my boys who are privileged and have gone to the open jail, the open prison, I couldn't believe that they performed without my guidance on their own and put up a brilliant show in one of the local pujas. And I was really very, very proud with their aesthetics and their movements. One of my boys in the open prison, Chandan, is a remarkable idol maker. And his idols even traveled to Pondicherry for their prison fest. I feel really, really proud. Has it happened anywhere in the world where the prisoners are invited to perform by the Honorable Judges of Calcutta High Court in the presence of the Honorable Judges of Supreme Court of India and Calcutta High Court on 29th of June 2024? It was a historical event, and they were acknowledged with a standing ovation. On 7th of January 2018, early morning, my boys from the prison crossed another milestone in life. I think they created another history. For the past 10 years, they have been performing in public auditoriums where they were on stage and the audience was in the auditorium. There was still a fine line. But that morning, they mingled with 12,000 marathon runners, and they ran the marathon with them. There was no wall, no barrier. It was pure joy of inclusiveness. So I'm proud to be there, Mother. I'm proud of them because they have not only made a difference to my life. I think if the society really highlights their transformation, I think many people in the world will want to be transformed and see the light. আজ যে তোমাকে এত কষ্ট দিয়েছে, সেও তো আমারই সন্তান, কষ্ট পাচ্ছে অনুতাপে, অনুশোচনায়। আমি তো মা, আমি তো ক্ষমা করবই। তুমি ওকে ক্ষমা করে দাও, তবেই ও মুক্তি পাবে।
কেন এই হিংসা দেশ, কেন এই ছদ্মবেশ, কেন এই মান অভিমান, ভিতর ভিতর প্রেম পাষাণ হৃদয়ে, ভিতর ভিতর প্রেম পাষাণ হৃদয়ে, জয় জয় হোক তোমারি, বরিশ ধরা মাঝে শান্তির বাড়ি।
Well, I don't think I have to speak much, but all I want to say is that all of you who are into cultural activities, young and the old, I always tell students also that whatever you do, don't just do it for yourself, for your success. Share it. There's so much joy in sharing. There is, and even love grows with sharing. The moment you share something, you're connected to that person. And automatically, there is a reciprocal feeling of togetherness and love. I call it the love therapy, but dance was my medium. And I don't think I'll ever be able to get out from the jail. I'm imprisoned for life. I've been doing it for 19 years now. Yesterday, another one of my boys was released. So these are moments which I cherish. I just want to share this one thing with you. Since I started, more than 250 or 60 boys and girls have been released so far. That many have come in, they call it the dialysis machine. They say that all the bad blood comes and they get transformed and they go out. Not even one of them have gone back to the dark world. Not even one. I think that's the power of dance and love together. I won't speak much. I can see the artists waiting here and wish you all good luck and continue to do this. And as I said, spread the knowledge and just hold one person's hand and the world will be a better place. Thank you so much. Thank you. Another day I'll come and talk.
Thank you, ma'am.
I'm learning Tai Chi now, so I've got my Tai Chi class.
Our next event is
Biriya-
a mime performance. I would
Biriya Channel.
now request Ms. Tiyasha Das to come on stage and tell us about Shoma Mime Theatre.
Shoma Mime Theatre is a well-known mime and movement-based theatre group dedicated to promoting the art of pantomime as a powerful medium of expression and social communication. The group is directed by Ms. Shoma Das, an accomplished pantomime artist, trainer, and theatre practitioner known for her disciplined technique and expressive performance style. Under her leadership, Shoma Mime Theatre has presented numerous performances, workshops, and training programs that explore social issues, human emotions, and contemporary realities through non-verbal storytelling. The group is widely appreciated for its minimalistic aesthetics, strong body language, and ability to connect with diverse audiences, contributing significantly to the growth and recognition of mime theatre in India.
বলো বলো কি হ্যালো অফ হয়ে গেছে বলো ওখানে গিয়ে
Good evening, everyone. Respected dignitaries, honored members of Hijri Inspiration, representatives of Youth Services, Rotary Club of Calcutta, distinguished guests, and my dear audience. We, Shoma Mime Theatre, extend our heartfelt gratitude to the program organizers, especially respected Chandri ma'am and Uttam sir, for inviting us to be a part of this meaningful celebration of the 30th Foundation Day of Hijri Foundation Inspiration. We feel truly honored and blessed to be associated with Hijri Inspiration for the past 10 years through our performances and various theatrical workshops and activities. It is our privilege to present our mime skit, Yuva, inspired by today's youth, their dreams, challenges, silent struggles, and their strength. Through the language of silence and movement, we attempt to reflect the spirit of youth in focus, inclusive development in action. Now we move forward to our performance Yuva, Youth Between Screen and Soul, a Shoma Mime Theatre production conceptualized and directed by Srimati Soma Das. Our performers for today, Bhagini Chaudhuri, Sneha Rani Shutar, S.K. Nausar, Devokriya Das, and in music arrangement, Ayandika Das. We kindly request the audience to immerse themselves in the silence and allow the expressions to speak. Thank you for your encouragement and support, and enjoy the show.
Thank you so much. আমরা খুব অল্প সময়ের মধ্যে এই কাজটা করছি। আমার বলা মনে অনেকটা মূকাভিনয় যারা করেন তারা যখন বলতে শুরু করেন, তো আমি কৃতজ্ঞ চান্দ্রানী ম্যাম আছেন, এই তো আছি, ও আচ্ছা, চান্দ্রানীদির কাছে, উত্তম কাকু, উত্তম দের কাছে, হিস্ট্রি ইন্সপিরেশনের সঙ্গে আমার গাঁট ছড়া 10 বছর প্রায়, এবং আমার খুব সৌভাগ্য আজকে যে আমার কলেজে কস্তুরীদি আমার সামনে বসে আছে। তো প্রিভিলেজ ম্যাম, কারণ ভিক্টোরিয়া ইনস্টিটিউশন আমাকে এই জায়গায় তৈরি করেছে প্রথম ইন্টার কলেজ কম্পিটিশনে বেস্ট ডিরেক্টর অ্যাওয়ার্ড পেয়েছিলাম সূর্য তাপস সেনের হাতে। তো তারপর থেকেই মূকাভিনয়ের সঙ্গে আমার যাপন, এবং অনেক ছোটবেলা থেকে। সে অনেক বড় ইতিহাস, অলকানন্দা ম্যামের মতন দেখাতে পারবো এই জায়গা, যদি আপনারা সুযোগ দেন। তো আজকে যেটুকু আমরা কাজ করেছি সেটা আমাদের আগামীকালের আর 1 বছর এগিয়ে যাওয়ার জন্য, কারণ আগামীকাল আমরা 6 বছর পা দিতে চলেছি ষষ্ঠ মাইম ফিয়েস্তা, যেখানে ইতিমধ্যে 40 জন মূকাভিনেত্রীকে সারা ভারতবর্ষ এবং ভারতবর্ষের বাইরে 40 জন মূকাভিনেত্রীকে, যাদের নিয়ে কেউ কোনোদিন বলে না, তাদেরকে আমরা পুরস্কৃত করছি। And I'm very much honored that this year Shoma Mime Theatre has received 5 or 6, I think, 6 applications from all over the world to join Mime Fiesta. So, এবছরও আসছে, থাইল্যান্ড থেকে আমার বন্ধু আসছে, তারা পারফরমেন্স করবেন। এবং সবথেকে যেটা বড়, যে কোনো সরকারি ভাবেননি, আমি খুব ছোট, সরকারের অনেক 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 নিচু স্তরে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি। আপনাদের কাছে আমার আবেদন, আজকের এই বিশেষ করে চান্দ্রি ম্যাম এবং হিজলি ইন্সপিরেশন এবং রোটারি সদর, যারা আসলে যুদ্ধ অনেক বছর ধরে করেছেন, আমরা তার একটা পতাকা নিয়ে এগোচ্ছি মাত্র। তো আমার এটাই বলার, যে এই যে সেগমেন্ট, অর্থাৎ মাইম ইজ ভেরি এনশিয়েন্ট আর্ট ফর্ম অ্যান্ড ইটস ভেরি, কি বলবো, আমাদের এই অভিনয় বা পারফর্মিং আর্টসের যখন থেকে শুরু হয়েছিল, ফ্রম দ্য বিগিনিং, ফ্রম 3-5,000 ইয়ার অ্যাগো, মানে 3500 বছর আগে, হয়তো সেই সময় 3,500 বছরের আগে, সেই সময় মাইম ওয়াজ দ্য অনলি মিডিয়াম, অনলি প্ল্যাটফর্ম অর অনলি আর্ট ফর্ম, যেটা ভরতমুনি তার নাট্যশাস্ত্র লিখেছেন। তো এই মূকাভিনয় নিয়ে আমাদের যাপন, আর সোমা মাইম থিয়েটার অলওয়েজ চেষ্টা করে এভাবে টুকরো টুকরো কোলাজের মাধ্যমে নিজেদের বলাটাকে এগিয়ে দেওয়া। আপনারা প্লিজ, যারা মানে নানান জায়গায় নানান ছত্রে রয়েছেন, তাদের কাছে আমাদের অনুরোধ, আপনারা প্লিজ সেই হায়ার অথরিটির জায়গায় পৌঁছন, যে সাইলেন্স অবশ্যই অনেক কিছু বলে দেয়। এত কথা চারিদিকে, সেই কথার মধ্যে নিঃশব্দতা, মৌনতা অনেক যুবদের জন্য, অর্থাৎ যুব।
Thank you, Ms. Chairman. May I now request Ms. Kasturi Mukherjee, resource person, Hijli Inspiration, to kindly come up on stage for the felicitation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
আচ্ছা, আমরাও তো আমার একটা ফোন থেকে তুলে দেব।
ওই যে তুলছে সৌমিত্র।
এই সামনে আটকে দিচ্ছে, চলে যাচ্ছে
শোভা বলার পরে এত লোক ছবি তুলছে এখন,
তোলা হচ্ছে।
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night.
Good. Thank you so much.
প্রায় শেষের দোরগোড়ায় এসে পৌঁছেছি। এইবার আমাদের চলে যাবেন না, আরো অনুষ্ঠান আছে। আমরা এবার ছোট্ট ফেলিসিটি